Brad Holmes has gone really tough in the secondary. I mean, drafting Ennis Rakestraw, Terrion Arnold, bringing in Emmanuel Mosley, Brian Branch, Ife Melifonwu, Kirby Joseph. The list goes on and on and on. And even Cam Sutton from a couple years ago. So obviously the secondary is a priority to him. And we're going to potentially have a massive turnover in the secondary this year. Emmanuel Mosley, not under contract. Ife Melifonwu, not under contract. Carlton Davis III, not under contract. And that brings us to the topic of this video is Charvarius Ward being named a fit for the Detroit Lions. Now, we've been hearing some guys, maybe Newsome from the Cleveland Browns, being traded. We've done business with those guys twice before, trading for Donovan Peoples-Jones in 2023 and then Zadarius Smith in 2024. And hopefully in 2025, we trading for Myles Garrett, but we got a long way before anything comes out of that, as the Cleveland Browns do not want to move at this point. But 49er cornerback Charvarius Ward will be a free agent this year soon as the new league year begins. And that is, believe it or not, in about 2.5 weeks. The offseason started off real slow. And ever since the Super Bowl has been over for now over 2 weeks, it has flown past. Before you know, we got the combine this week. I'll be there on Thursday to watch the DBs and LBs. And then you go from there into the tampering period. And right then, and then it's the draft. And so I really didn't know if this year was going to go slow or fast, but it is definitely speeding up so far. This information is coming from USA Today. This gentleman said that Charvarius Ward, that the Detroit Lions would be a fit. There's some connections between the Detroit Lions and Charvarius, and we'll entertain those in a bit. But here's what he had to say. Says Terrion Arnold and Amik Robinson figured to be two of the Lions' top 3 cornerbacks until 2025, but they may need to replace Carlton Davis if he doesn't return in free agency. Ward is coming off a down year, but was a second-team All-Pro in 2023 after logging 5 interceptions and a league-best 23 pass defenses. Ward would bring a hard-nosed physicality to the cornerback position that would quickly endear him to Dan Campbell. So this marriage could certainly work. Where all of those things lined up, seems like he would be a perfect fit for the Detroit Lions. And Carlton Davis III is projected to get a contract upwards of $40 million for 3 years. That's a little rich for Brad Holmes' blood. Remember, he wind up signing in free agency Cam Sutton for 3 years, $33 million, which comes to about $11 million a year. Now, if we're going to pay somebody money like that, Carlton Davis already being part of the system, we've seen him. He already fits here. It would be great to keep him, but I feel like for some reason he's not going to stay. I feel like he's not going to be a Detroit Lion next year. Now, he already has a Super Bowl championship, so he might not necessarily need that. Maybe he wants to stay here, but maybe it's something where it doesn't work out with the money. Now, the connection between the 49ers and the Detroit Lions is a guy that really did nothing for us, is Emmanuel Mosley. We'll take a look at his stats. 6'1", 196, 28 years old. So he'll be turning 29. So he'll be what Carlton Davis is. He'll be there going into his 8th season. In 2024, had 38 solo tackles, no interceptions, but 7 pass defenses. Look at his overall stats. When was he drafted? He was undrafted. That's what usually no draft position here means, that he was undrafted. I did not go fact check that, but usually that's what that means up there. But had a 4-year career with the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm assuming he left in 2022 to go to the San Francisco 49ers. And that is the connection there. That is the last year that Emmanuel Mosley played for the San Francisco 49ers. I think he only played a handful of games, but he was there when Ward was there as well. So played 17 games the last 2 seasons before 2024, where he played 12 in last season. What is his projected contract? Well, I don't think they have it here, but if we look, he averaged off his last deal, 3 years, $40 million, $13 million a year. Now, granted, he was 3 years younger, so we probably could get this guy. Let me see what he went back to do. coming off interceptions. He had 5. So since he signed the deal with the San Francisco 49ers, which he expired, he wound up getting 6 interceptions. So I don't think he's going to make as much as Carlton would, even though he's younger. They could make the same amount of money. But I think that knowing Brad Holmes, Brad doesn't like to give 3-year deals. That's why I'm surprised he actually gave one to Cam Sutton. 3-year deals are tough for him to do. He's usually a 1. Usually if you play well doing that 1, he'll sign you to a multi-year deal, maybe 2. So to sign somebody off a different team to 3 years is kind of not what Brad Holmes does. If we look at C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and maybe C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I hate to even say that, but maybe he also wanted a 1-year deal because he didn't want to commit to the Lions for long term. But you've got, even when Alex Anzalone and those guys come in, look at DJ Reader. DJ Reader, 2 years. It's not a lot of guys that come in, get 3-year deals off rip. 2, if you're fortunate. They're more likely to give you a 1-year deal. So I wouldn't be mad at this. We're going to need some cornerback. We're going to need one. Obviously, we got to take care of that D-line. One way or another, we have to take care of the D-line. I wouldn't be mad at it. I feel like Carlton Davis is going to test the waters. I really do. I think he's going to go test the waters. I think he's going to get a deal from somebody. I think Brad Holmes doing what he does. Carlton is not going to, I don't know. It's tough because you got money versus winning. And you've got the win. You've got the championship. You know what it's like to be in Detroit. You know what that locker room is like. Will that be enough to maybe help you take a hometown discount? I don't know. We'll see. He's only been here 1 year. Is that going to be enough? For some reason, I don't think he's going to re-sign with the Detroit Lions. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Speaking of re-signing, like literally the Detroit Lions can do anything at any moment now. We're already getting kind of notifications that other teams are making moves. I'm very curious to know this. This stuff is great. Talking about what could be and what we hope to be. But I am kind of eager to get some actual stuff coming out of Detroit. Like, yo, this guy's re-signed. This guy is re-signed. Those guys can't leave the team yet and go to another team, but we can bring back guys, and that'll give us a nice idea as to who could be future, who we might be keeping and might not be keeping. So any minute now, any minute. But the Lions are slow. They really are. They are super slow with things that they do. They're usually at the very tail end of everything. From free agency open, the tampering period, or whatever it was, we wind up signing Marcus Davenport. And it took like all this other news was already out, and then the Lions decided to make their news known. So anyway, let me know about Charvarius Ward. Wouldn't be mad at it. We're going to need a cornerback because we're not sure what's going on with Ennis. Don't forget, Ennis will be a rookie, and we will have essentially a rookie cornerback and a year 2 cornerbacks. Like that will be our cornerback tandem. And I think that we could use, this guy will be a 8-year vet at the time. He will be going into, I think he's already in this. Let me see. He's played 7 seasons, so he's going into number 8. So wouldn't mind. Emmanuel Mosley should not be on this team. Would not be surprised if Brad signs him just for depth, but he really shouldn't be. But that's the connection. They spent some time together in 2022 with the San Francisco 49ers. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And yeah, the shirt, kind of disappointed. My fault, man. It looks good now, but it's a little too far over to the right. My right, your left. But again, this was a quality assurance type thing. I'm still going to wear it, you know what I mean? But I'm maybe turn sideways so you can't see that it's off center. Even my wife saw it. So anyway, that's my fault. I didn't center the design before I hit, print, but that's what happened when you just new to this thing. Anyway, this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You can be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Thursday, I will be heading down to the Combine, so it will be a mixture of different type of content. Maybe I'll do a pre-recorded video, and then I'll do some videos on the way. And then, I don't think we're going to be able to video from there, so it should be fun, man. I'll be down there on Thursday to take a look at the D-line and the linebacker positions. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. It's comfortable, though. It's just off-center, but it's comfortable. I like it.